Greetings, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Mega Man X2 Part 4. And we're at Magna Centipede stage, and it's supposed to be a stealth-like stage, but the most you got to worry about is just the searchlights. But I don't give a fuck.
You see, the game wants you to play it like it's GoldenEye N64. But what Jerome is intending to do is actually just playing it like Rambo.
Well, to be fair, when I played GoldenEye 64, I also played it like Rambo.
Yeah, you're thinking of the shitty remake.
Let it be known that Jerome is not a fan of GoldenEye for Wii.
It's not that bad.
The multiplayer was okay. I just didn't like the way how they handled the story because they were trying to use the current James Bond.
I thought you wouldn't like it because it's basically just Call of Duty, but James Bond.
Well, that too. No, it's not even Call of Duty. You're doing more stealth and actual gun-happy things that you were able to get away with in the original.
No, I'd say it's more Call of Duty.
Because the original GoldenEye was like it gave you two choices. You can either go stealth or you can just be reckless, but you won't be punished that hard for it.
Well, in GoldenEye Wii, you weren't punished hard for going reckless.
Yes, I died a lot.
Okay, but is that because you suck, or is that because the game actually punished you for playing like Rambo?
The game actually does punish you because the enemies do hit hard.
Yeah, but like it's still easy because you can just regen by standing in cover for 5 seconds, and you got a lot of health.
Yeah, it still didn't suit the style. It didn't suit the style for me.
I don't know. I think it was pretty well balanced. It's just I didn't like it because it was too much like COD and not enough like traditional GoldenEye.
Okay, this section here, if you let those markers touch you like that, it basically makes the boss a little bit harder. So the more you have those actually hit you, then the harder the boss is supposed to be. But I only got hit once, so it's not going to be all that much different. I mean, check this out. He starts out green, but since he scanned me, he gets to be blue.
Oh boy. What a revelation.
And not only does he get to shoot low, but he gets to shoot high.
Jerome, you're giving me too many options here. I can't handle this.
Seriously, look at that. Such innovation for this mini boss. But that's still to push over. You just keep. It's one of those bosses that go from right to left, and you just dodge and shoot.
So is he shooting blasts of pink lemonade?
Electric pink lemonade.
Electric pink lemonade. That actually sounds like an actual flavor.
Electric pink lemonade?
Yes. Well, that's hip and cool with the kids these days, right?
Sure.
Okay, so this boss, without his weakness, can be actually rather tough. Mostly because he has the ability to grab you and basically take away your powers. So, like if he grabs you once, you can't charge your X Buster. If he gets you again, you can't jump as high, and I think if he gets you a third time, then you can't dash.
Huh.
Like he disables certain abilities that you normally have. So, yeah. So it's easier if you get his weakness, because then he can't do much. And that's all he's doing. He's just teleport from one side.
He's just teleporting around randomly.
Teleport to the next. Nope. He's gonna spawn right next to me again. Nope. He's gonna go in the corner. He's behind me.
The pattern seems pretty simple.
You know, you think he'd figure out to stop doing this.
Maybe if I appear behind him, he won't see me coming. Oh shit, he's on me. Ah.
Nah, this is Mega Man 6 syndrome.
Nah, maybe if I go in the corner, he can't find me. No, he can't hit me. Oh god damn it. Damn it, he's too smart for me. Let me try going behind him again, except upside down. Fuck.
This is pathetic.
Well, that was the boss.
I'm imagining that X is just listening to a podcast inside his helmet right now. He didn't even realize what was going on.
Like, oh wait, I killed him.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
Well, okay, to be fair, you're going by weakness, so these guys pretty much fall like a stack of dominoes. There's a reason why people do Buster only.
Because they want to waste their time.
Yeah, give themselves a challenge, you know, because not everything, because you know everything can't be too easy in life. But sometimes they're easy for a reason. I think that's just what the classic games had over the X games is that, or at least in the early classic games, because in the early classic games, you may have the weakness, they'll just take more damage, but they won't flinch and fall into like a continuous pattern, you know.
Are you sure?
Well, they did at times, but yeah.
Not all, like in I think X7 onwards. Also, I hate this one. That one is literally a trial and error because you have to use the armor's hover ability, and then you got to time it just right to make the wall.
So it's like
Well, if
that
you
one
didn't-
thing in
if you-
Shantae.
Kind of, yeah. Because if you didn't know that pit was there the first time and you were trying to get it, you'd never be able to figure that out. Don't you wish you could take it with you?
You can take it to some places.
But it's not all that useful, really.
What, the ride
Well-
armor?
Yeah.
Well, it does.
It protects you from damage.
Well, yeah, it does take hits for you. I think I fucked up. I could have taken it further. Whatever, I'll just take the health. I'll need the free life. There you go.
I like the touch about how the life changes color when you change color.
Sharing color
Well,
palettes.
I think that, yeah, I was going to say that's due to sharing color palettes, so.
Which you think they'll get over by the time the Super Nintendo comes around, but nope.
Maybe it was intentional by that point.
I guess for the sake of tradition.
I guess. What is this thing supposed to be, by the way?
A robot
A
that
fossil.
shoots. It's just a robot that shoots drones at you to do the fighting for it, but you can somehow pierce the crystal through with bubbles.
So, Roman, what you're saying is that the next time I bite into a popsicle, I'll get a free robot?
That shoots drones at you.
Sure. Anything's possible these days, you know, with technology.
Holy shit! Make one so fast. All right.
I gotta admit, though, the level's aesthetics is kind of boring me.
Yeah, to be honest, I think what X2 kind of falls bad on is that the areas that they're in aren't all that memorable.
Well, that I don't think the music is all that memorable, personally.
No, I probably only like one song in this game.
Personally, I just think it seems kind of samey.
And the sad part is it only gets worse from here.
Yeah, X3's.
Well, up until X4.
Now, for this helmet upgrade, all it really does is show you where there's secret passageways, which, granted, is useful for, you know, if you're trying to find all the secret upgrades and stuff like that. But
Very situational, right?
it's very situational, and it has an ammo count,
Oh, lovely.
so you can't just abuse it. You know what? You know, after seeing this, it kind of makes me look forward to X3.
Nah, I still think X2 is a better game than X3.
I think, don't get me wrong, I think it is. It's just that it's basically taking what X2 did and just
Making it worse.
making it worse.
That's kind of like my number 9.
Both of you,
Roman.
get over it.
I didn't even say anything.
Alright, it's time for Crystal Snail.
If it was Crystal
Look at that-
Lizard,
look-
I could do a Dark Souls reference, but
Look at that dynamic rotating shell.
truly, 16-bit technology at its finest.
Although this is the kind of the part where Mega Man's a bit of a dick, because you can just knock his shell around while he desperately tries to get back in it.
Hey, give it back.
Hey, stop that, you bully! Cut it out! I want my shell back. I got it
X
from
is a dick.
I got it from Mother. Oh.
You know what? If X and Zero were ever playing a game of soccer with this guy's shell, that'd make them the ultimate dick pair.
Well, Zero's already a dick, so they're halfway there.
Well, Zero's not necessarily a dick per se.
Per se, it's like he tries to be like X, but he doesn't try hard enough. Like X will
he's
try
a
to
mentor that just never does mentor work.
he try
Pretty much.
I mean, X will try to talk things out of so he can avoid a battle. Zero's like, I'll give you one chance. If you say no, I kill you now.
So he's going for that. He's going for that tough love.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. If you watch some of his dialogues with some of the Mavericks in later games, they just have a short conversation of Zero's like, I wouldn't really want to fight you. It's like, well, I'm sorry, but I have to. Anyways, like, okay, fine, fuck.
I feel really bad about killing you.
It's
but I'm gonna
the
do it
exact same
anyways.
thing to X in X5. I know you're my friend, but out of a sheer miscommunication, I have to fight you.
This
Sounds
is why
legit.
everyone's problems could be solved if we just talk things out.
Nah, talking's for
So that's what
scrubs.
X would say anyway.
Yeah, but no one wants to.
Yeah, no one listens to X. You think X would be the kind of Maverick to get schoolyard bullied before Zero became his friend?
I can imagine that. That's why he started off as like a low class hunter until there's a reason he's a low class hunter while Zero is the S class.
And yet in some cases he's better than Zero.
Yep. No, that's a funny thing though. Like they're low class hunters, but they're the ones that single handedly take down the big bad of the entire series.
Well, everyone always underestimates X, except Zero.
Well, X is supposed to stand for unlimited potential, right?
Which no one realizes but Sigma.
And then Zero.
Well,
and then
that and the
Zero's
fact that there clearly is like a limit.
The funny thing is, though, at the end of the day, Zero is still stronger. The only reason why Zero is stronger than X is the fact that he doesn't hold back whenever he fights, no matter who it is.
I mean, there's a reason we got Mega Man Zero, not Mega Man X 2.0.
And I'm doing a little trick here to just get a quick refill of all the X tanks.
And again, how are you supposed to figure this out?
You're not.
There are multiple areas that have this. You'd be a little suspicious of what's going on with this room. Maybe you might get the idea to try and experiment with the weapons that you have. I don't know.
I don't know. How would you know to do to charge up the Mega Buster exactly here in order to get free life?
Yeah, you wouldn't really know that.
Unless
I
you're
mean, if you got a strategy guide, then you know everything. You'll be the kid, and you'll be the cool kid of the block, the one who goes around and showing it off to everyone, and you know how much you know about games. And then the jocks beat you down and put you back in your place where you belong.